Hello, everyone. Jonathan Casey here with Mercury's Messenger Astrology. So, yeah, I made two videos for you guys today, and I messed up the first one. And so now I'm having to reshoot the first one. So I figure I'm just gonna throw the second one into this one and just make it one. Um, it's still short, but just a little bit longer. So, the first video I shot today, I was talking more about the inauguration, um, kind of a follow up of the video I did my last video. And yeah, so I was talking about how, Mars moved into Taurus on the day that they stormed the Capitol. So we have the aggressor entering the sign of the bull, and there we had Jake Angeli, a perfect representation of that. Well, on the 20th, Mars transits over Uranus. Uranus is shocking. He's the rebel, he's revolutionary. Um, on that same day, we also have the moon transiting over both of them. And on the 28th, we have the full moon in the sign of the King Leo. Okay. So, yeah. What is happening? Well, I personally feel like the military is not at the White House for the inauguration. The military is at the White House to seize the White House for Donald Trump. Um, Yeah, so that's what I kind of feel like is about to happen. I also look at Mars uh, transiting Uranus. Mars represents the blade, and it's about cutting something away. And Uranus is rules the internet and rules power, energy. So I feel like there's a possibility of the connection being cut, most likely to the internet, until Trump gets the narrative back under control. Um, could be electricity either way. Maybe nothing will happen. This is all, I'm just using astrology to see what I feel the stars are saying in the situation. And, with it being a full moon in Leo, the new moon was in Capricorn, Capricorn being the structure, and we have Pluto there um, breaking down um, the structure representing, um, you know, the system, America kind of deal. So, and the moon aspect, the moon triggers stuff. The moons are sentiments, uh, and yeah, how we feel, what we feel our new king, our new leader should be. That kind of stuff. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, uh, and I was going to name the video Sleepy Joe, the sleeping masses and the waking of the sleeping giant. Okay. So I feel like those who follow Joe are asleep at the wheel. They just listen to the narrative and they don't question it. Um, and so they've fallen to spun media, uh, and they're just not paying attention. Um, I feel like it has a lot to do with maybe their emotions, a lot of the topics. I feel like, Joe has really played with the heartstrings of America, and a lot of people just have bad, negative feelings towards Trump, and so their decisions are coming from emotion. Okay, and yeah, the waking of the sleeping giant. Um, it was a term that I last heard used in the movie The Midway. when they bombed, when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, they used it as they woke up a sleeping giant. And that's what I kind of feel like is happening. Now, if you want to look at it as well as a shifting of ages, coming out of the age of Pisces, which Pisces is, the matrix, the ether, illusion, delusion, and dreams. Um, and so I feel like we're coming out of that age and into Aquarius, where Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius before we've discovered the planet Uranus. But Saturn still has a lot to do with Aquarius, and Saturn has a bad reputation. However, I don't feel like he is that bad. It's all about perspective, and to me, Saturn is saying, you know, it's time to grow up. It's time to roll up the sleeves and get the job done. Do what needs to be done. Um, Quit putting things off. It's time to become your best self because a new age needs the best you. You're of no value if you're not, if you haven't taken care of yourself. You can't take care of others. And so it's time to just, mature up. Um, uh, yeah, Saturn doesn't really care about how you feel. He's just like, um, yeah, I can't say it any other way. Grow up, do what you need to do, get the shit done, and it's no longer time for games. Okay. Now I don't. I'm not saying that the age of Aquarius isn't going to be fun. I feel like once we've become the best versions of ourselves, that um, we actually end up manifesting our our joy, our best possible life, and uh, things couldn't be more fun in that kind of scenario if you're actually um, doing your purpose, if you've manifested that into reality. So I don't want to talk too long and get off topic, lose my point, but really feel like the military is there at the White House to seize the White House for Donald Trump. I feel like a connection is possibly going to get cut for our internet feed. I feel like it should be back up by the full moon or right after it. Um, I don't really have any astrological evidence for that. I use astrology and I use what I see out in the world, and I try and create the story from meshing the two together. Now, there's also one last thing that I kind of want to speak about, and that is this dark winter. Okay, so I feel like they're going to release, the Democrats are going to release a much deadlier virus, and that is going to be their way of trying to uh, hold the helm of this ship from Donald Trump gaining full control. You know, my political stance has always been, I don't vote. I don't believe either side represents us. And I believe by not voting is a vote. Let me explain. Over 50% of the population in the last American election did not vote, and where do we see the country right now? Extremely divided, on the verge of civil war, the Constitution constantly being challenged, and that is because the majority voted against the system. The system is no longer representing the people. Okay? However, I don't feel like just not voting is enough. I feel like it has to be backed with action. Okay? You have to be creating the alternative. You have to be creating sovereignty, sustainability, and that is the only way for your vote, if you're voting against the system, to actually have any traction to move forward. Is you can't just, uh, you know, vote against a system without having a new system in place. It would be complete anarchy. So here's again the Saturn maturing, getting the job done, grow up, and do what you got to do to bring us into this golden age. You know, it might be a lot of hard work here in the beginning. It might be having to face a lot of ugly truths. But you know, the quicker we do that, the better it's going to be, for us all. And yeah, you know, that's what I gotta say. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all really soon. Bye for now.